Okay, so probably something you didn't know about me is that I am a huge Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars. I've loved it ever since I was a kid, and I still love it now. I don't really see any reason for not liking it. I mean, it's one of the most famous movie franchises of all time, and honestly, that's pretty much all I can say about it. And now, with the release of Rise of Skywalker, the franchise is now officially over. Well, maybe. I mean, The Mandalorian's still not done yet, and who knows? They may make another one of those Star Wars stories like Rogue One or Solo. Who knows what they'll come up with? So, yeah, it's kind of sad to see that an age-old franchise is now coming to an end. Yeah, anyone could say that. I mean, especially about Star Wars. It's one of the most beloved movie franchises of all time. I mean, why not feel sad? Even if it isn't over yet, I still can't help but feeling something. Yeah, it's yeah, it's not really. Yeah, I really like Star Wars, and like I said before, I don't see any reason for not liking it. Sorry, got throat problems. But I have a feeling that there is something that's ruining them, like something that's kind of holding them back from accomplishing great stuff. Like, yeah, so there might be something ruining it, but I don't really know. I really didn't know what it was. But after doing some thinking, I am here to share with you what I think is ruining Star Wars. Starting of, let's start off with the sequel trilogy. You know, we have The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker. Three good movies. Even The Last Jedi. Fight me. Anyway, so the sequel trilogy is, yeah, it's pretty good. Uh, according to me, of course. I know some of you may object to that, but yeah. And a lot of people have really been hating on it for being different than what they expect from Star Wars, and I will say it is a bit different. But yeah, I still liked it. I still really liked it. But here's the thing. Yeah, I know there's another but here's the thing. I don't really think let me put that another way. What's the first thing you see whenever entering the sequel trilogy? Do you see something that you liked that's the same, or do you see something that's different? What you guys might see is something completely different than what you're used to, and yeah, I will admit to that. But do you know what I also see? I see something that's, well, like take the characters for example. In the sequel trilogy, there are a lot more characters taken from the original trilogy than there are new characters that were added for the sequel trilogy. And these characters are pretty much the same, except they've gotten old. Like, we have Han Solo and Princess Leia, and then we have Luke Skywalker, even Lando Calrissian in Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, they're bringing back a bunch of old characters, and but just older. And I thought, I thought that was a good thing for a while, but all right. Let me just get to the next point. What's the one thing that people look for whenever it comes to a franchise as big as Star Wars? What they're looking for is that every movie will be the same as the last. They're looking for all the movies to play it safe, like how they all do follow the same format. And whenever it doesn't follow the same format, they get kind of frustrated. It happened with The Last Jedi Backlash. But yeah, everyone looks for things to be the exact same way through and through. And I think that's the reason why Disney is putting all these characters from the original trilogy in there to get audiences' attention. And that's by no means a bad thing. It's not at all. But what if that's the only thing that they're caring about? Getting the audience's attention with older stuff. And it's not even the characters. There are certain plot points in the trilogy that really reflect the original trilogy pretty much the same. Like in The Force Awakens, whenever they blow up Starkiller Base, that's pretty much equivalent to whenever they blow up the Death Star in A New Hope. And there are a lot of other moments like this that are pretty much equal to the original trilogy. Yeah, it's pretty good, but what if that was the only thing that they were actually caring about? And they didn't bother to put in anything new. They didn't bother to put in anything different. And a lot of fans may object to putting anything different in, but that's a different story. So, whenever you have a movie that cares too much about the nostalgia and not enough about any of the other stuff, then you have a problem on your hands. That's what I pretty much think ruined Rise of Skywalker. Yes, I understand that J.J. Abrams was trying his best to end the entire franchise, but he did so by incorporating too much nostalgic stuff and not enough new stuff. And, it's kind of frustrating whenever a movie has that much lack of imagination. I'm not saying that Rise of Skywalker is bad, but it's just not at where it needs to be right now. So, here's the thing. Whenever you get people invested until the end in an age-old franchise like Star Wars, like I said before, they'll expect things to be the same in every single movie. And if they change it up a little, like they did with The Last Jedi, they get kind of frustrated that they didn't have enough nostalgia in there. The nostalgia's a good thing, unless it's the only thing you're caring about. And overall, that's what I think is pretty much ruining Star Wars. I know that they can still pull off some amazing things, but right now, the only thing they're worried about is getting the audience's attention with the nostalgia. Letting them see a bunch of stuff from the original trilogy, because everyone loves the original trilogy. And, yeah, I know that they can still pull off some good things, but I just don't like what they're doing now. They're just not caring about making the movies good. They just want to reach out to the die-hard Star Wars fans. And the only way to do that is with all the nostalgic purposes. Sorry. And it's also one way to contribute to the lowest common denominator, is to have all nostalgia and not too much room for quality. And honestly, that's exactly what Star Wars is doing right now. This is not to say that the movies are bad, but they just share this same problem that's pretty much ruining them altogether. And honestly, I'm kind of worried about their future. Are they gonna shape up, or are they gonna just keep doing what they've been doing? I wouldn't say selling out, but they're just not really. They just only care about the nostalgia and what audiences will think about that. And they don't really care about anything else. And that's what I think is ruining Star Wars. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're not already a subscriber, why don't you just click that subscribe button and make sure to like this video and share it with your friends, because the more support I get, the more I'll be able to make this channel better. And so yeah, share it with your friends. Just do that and click that subscribe button and like for more videos, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.